Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a story about a 55-year-old sales manager from Boston. He finds himself stuck in a boring routine and feeling pretty lonely. Looking for a change, he heads to Hua Hin, a beautiful town in Thailand. There, he meets a charming bar girl who brings excitement back into his life. Will this trip give him the happiness he's searching for, or will reality pull him back down? Let's find out. Before we begin, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss our latest videos. All right, let's get started.
For years, my life had fallen into a routine of work and responsibilities. My kids had grown up and were busy with their own lives, and my marriage had come to an end. The house was so quiet that it felt suffocating, and I often felt invisible in my own world. Some of my friends would talk about Thailand, sharing stories with excitement. They raved about the stunning beaches, delicious food, and welcoming people. At first, I didn't take them seriously. I was too wrapped up in work to think about going anywhere. But now, Thailand had started to drift into my daydreams. After spending some late nights browsing travel websites, I came across Hua Hin, a charming seaside town in Thailand. It looked like the perfect getaway, somewhere I could relax and maybe find a little adventure. Without thinking twice, I booked my flight, packed my bags, and set off on a journey that I hoped would reignite some joy in my life. As soon as I reached Hua Hin, it matched my expectations perfectly. The gentle sound of the waves, the warm sun, and the relaxed vibe of the town felt like a breath of fresh air. I spent my days strolling along the beach, enjoying some cold beer, trying delicious local food, and soaking up the sunsets that painted the sky in vibrant colors. On my fourth night, I wandered into a cozy bar tucked away on a quiet street. As I took a seat, I noticed the women working there, chatting and laughing with the customers. One woman caught my eye. She had long, dark hair and a smile that lit up the room. Her name was Mickey, and she was a bar girl. We began talking, and I was pleasantly surprised by how smoothly the conversation went. Mickey was delightful and had a sharp sense of humor that made me laugh. She mentioned that she had moved to Hua Hin from a small village in the north to support her family. There was something authentic about her that really caught my attention. As the night went on, I couldn't help but notice the electric energy between us. Each time Mickey's hand brushed against mine, it sent a pleasant shiver down my spine. Her mischievous eyes twinkled in the soft bar light, and her laughter was so captivating that I couldn't help but smile. It felt like a connection I hadn't experienced in years. Before I knew it, I found myself paying the bar fine, eager to spend more time together. Before heading to the hotel, we made a quick stop for the magic pill. I felt my heart racing with excitement. When we got to the room, the energy was intense as we shared our first kiss. That kiss broke down walls I didn't even realize I had built around my heart. Mickey was captivating, and when we made love, it felt unlike anything I had ever experienced. It wasn't just a physical connection. It felt like we were sharing a piece of our souls. I hadn't felt this alive in years. I was overwhelmed by a sense of connection and intimacy that filled the emptiness I had been carrying. Mickey lay next to me, her head on my chest, and I felt seen and appreciated. It was as if all my worries had vanished, replaced by the warmth of her presence. The next morning, Mickey woke up beside me, her smile bright and genuine. We shared breakfast together, and the day unfolded like a dream. We walked along the beach, hand in hand, both of us savoring the moment as if we were a couple. But as the day turned into night, I couldn't shake the reality of our situation. I had paid for her company, and as wonderful as it was, I knew that this wasn't a sustainable relationship. Despite the reality, I kept returning to the bar each night, eager to see Mickey again. Each time I paid her bar fine, our nights were filled with passion and connection. But deep down, I began to sense a tension building. I wanted more than just a few stolen moments. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, I realized the depth of my feelings for Mickey. But when she spoke of her responsibilities to her family, I understood the weight of the life she had built. I offered to help, suggesting we could find a way to make it work, but her conflicted expression told me everything. She shook her head, acknowledging the complexity of our situation. My life was in Boston, while hers was deeply rooted in Hua Hin. Her words stung. I wanted to argue, but deep down, I knew she was right. As the days went by, the strain between us grew. I longed for something deeper, while Mickey seemed to retreat, building walls around herself to protect her heart. After another passionate night together, I found myself feeling torn. I had grown to care for Mickey deeply, but I also knew that our relationship was built on a shaky foundation. The following evening at the bar, an unexpected rush of jealousy hit me when I spotted Mickey laughing with another man. She saw my reaction and pulled me aside, gently saying that her job was to interact with everyone and that she couldn't focus solely on one person. The weight of her words hit hard, making me realize that the dream I'd been living was just that, a dream. I nodded, knowing it was time to let go and accept the reality. The next morning, I packed my bags and headed to the airport. Before leaving, I wanted to see Mickey one last time. We shared a quiet goodbye, both aware that this was the end of our time together. Back in Boston, I found myself reflecting on my time in Hua Hin. Those nights with Mickey had been some of the most memorable of my life. They had shown me a side of myself I thought I had lost, a side that craved connection and intimacy. I have to say, I was really touched by everything that happened. Idealism can really mess with your head. I was so immersed in the fantasy of a future with Mickey that I overlooked what was genuinely happening between us. Deep down, I knew our connection was only temporary, not the epic love story I had built up in my mind. Go ahead and make fun of me if you want, but it's tough to hold back when moments like this hit you. I wanted to cling to hope, but I came to realize that accepting the truth was vital. This experience reminded me that while dreaming can be a nice escape, staying grounded in reality is what truly helps us heal and grow. It's all about finding that balance between our dreams and the life we're living.